Assalamu alaikum. This is Shaykh Ibrahim Ansari, and today I would like to talk about a question I've gotten a number of times. The question is, so who is this God, Allah, guy or gal? One question came in like this. I've read a lot of Sufi books, been to Zikr, watched a lot of YouTube videos, and been to the Mosque a couple of times. I love Rumi and the turning, but I don't have a clue how to put it all together. I'm not even sure what I'm feeling. I've tried Zikr and meditating, so where is this guy or lady God? Who is Allah? Here's another question of the same sort. I've put a lot of time and energy into calling on Allah. The turning and the Sohbets, that's the spiritual discussions, are fun and supportive and enjoyable. There's the chanting, the drumming, the discussions all feel real, just maybe a little cultish. But what's supposed to happen? When do the mystical experiences occur? And my answer. First, let's put aside the idea of gender. There's no old man with a beard or goddess waving our wand. This has nothing to do with a single entity or being. If we use the word he, it's just a symbol for something so vast, yet intimate. Allah is greater than you can imagine, yet always accessible. If you follow anything scientifically to its source, you will discover that everything is connected to everything. That's the physical truth. If I was to start linking, say, the next breath you take, some of its source is from the oxygen exhaled from your houseplants. Some may be from trees nearby a river. That river is connected to the water cycle, and the plants are connected to the chlorophyll cycle. And everything is grown from recycled soil, and recycled animals, and recycled rocks and weather. Every little thing's alive or inanimate has its source, and tracking that source brings you eventually back around again. There's no end to it. Or, if you like, every complex atom on this planet, and many of the other planets, came from stars colliding and smashing those simple hydrogen and helium atoms, creating our amazing periodic table of elements. This also includes the stuff that makes you. Now, that's just the physical manifestation. Next, we might look for a spiritual marker, for example, survival. All life has this energy and built-in desire to survive, to live. Call it the life force. We call it Yahai. But where did it start? Whether you look at it physically or spiritually, you end up with the same mystery. We do not know. So, what if we were to say that life was willed into being out of love? That a loving intelligence weaves and connects all living and non-living things, and the purpose of this life is to love, to be loved, and make more love. Maybe we could even add to that to learn, to grow, to appreciate, and enjoy this creation. I believe that every one of us is born with a spiritual intelligence, a desire to feel connected, to feel life, and to experience love. Now, there's a few circumstances that get in the way of this connection. One is when someone is afraid or hurt by love, or thinks they're more intelligent than they actually are, and imagining that they are independent. No one is totally independent. You probably didn't make your car or your shoes or your shirt. Sometimes rejecting spirituality is politically correct, and it's the cool thing to do. Many have also been abused by those who practice one of the traditional religions, where the core of the teachings have been lost, and one is forced to believe in a deity of fear. The religious marketing clerics urge their followers to convert as many unbelievers as possible, and the more scared they are, the more there are, and the better the market. This is an immature and especially ineffective way of inducing love and care for others. It turns people off to the central teachings of a once living school and shutting down the heart hungry for connection. So, it brings us to two kind of important questions. What is life? Why are we here? Well, there's all sorts of theories, even ones about an alien race that used genetic engineering to create us humans. Well, that still does not answer the question, so what gave the aliens life? No matter where you start, the mystery remains. And mysteries make life interesting. All right, so where is this Allah? Well, of course, Allah is everywhere and everywhen. The galaxies and stars and black holes, the vast pan-galactic universe, both visible and invisible and infinite. But he is also in this moment, in these small things around us and right before you. Those moments when the eyes meet, when tea is served with a giving hand, and when you breathe in the incense and feel welcomed and safe, when you love and feel loved, when a child laughs, when conversation suddenly stops and you realize you're part of a community. Allah is with you when you are happy and when you are sad. All the mysteries of life and their paradoxes and confusions, Allah is in those corners and surrounding you. For me, the experience of coming to the obvious conclusion that everything is connected was almost physical in its realization. At the same time, the knowing that it is all connected by love took a little longer, but that summation had always seemed inevitable. In some ways, for the human mind and heart, it doesn't really matter if any of these spiritual ideas are true or not. There is a deep wonder and pleasure of belonging to something greater. And when we look up into the night sky and wonder at the trillions of stars, I find it helps to imagine a loving universe, an ongoing theater of mystery. There's the excitement of observing change and nature, the people, sciences, and arts, learning and cherishing. My heart smiles and responds positively. It seems to generate even more joy internally. I suppose you might say Allah is what you make of Him. And from that curious place, what you make of you. This is Shaykh Ibrahim Ansari. I look forward to your questions. Thanks for listening. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Marids, seekers, curious, and interested listeners. We appreciate you and are happy to share our Sufi message. Your donation will help support our Sufi Center in Sydney, where we do Zikr, Sohbets, spiritual counseling, and healing services. We believe the message should be free, but it costs equipment, rental, services, software, and hardware to get this to you. So thank you for choosing our podcast among all the millions available. If you go to our website, AnsariSufiOrder.org, you will be able to donate through PayPal whatever you think this information is worth to you. Blessings and love, the Australian Ansari Sufi Order.